there's already. Hi, Celia. You're
Celia.
Celia. This
Hi,
meeting.
are you actually in the appropriate place? That's what I'm checking. I'll have to be here later.
Right, I think this is the main room.
Well,
Okay,
actually,
good.
we're in. You can probably tell we're in Karnak.
You are in Karnak, and I was there not that long ago.
I
Oh,
know you
cool.
were. We talked about Karnak.
That's right, we did.
So you should recognize each one of those individual
Every
stones.
stone, I know. Actually, it poured rain on me at one point while we were there. Well, I'm going to go away and eat some
Okay.
food, and
Have a
I
good
shall
one.
see you.
Can we put it on gallery? Sorry, I'm just yapping in the middle of everything, but
Where's gallery?
I don't know because it'd be nice to see.
Ta-ta for now.
Ciao.
Bye.
It would be at the top right of your screen, I believe. It says view.
Great.
Oh, look. Oh, there's more people than I thought. Hello, people. So we'll just do a little warm-up tune.
Yes, because we're fashionably early.
What key?
That's fine.
I think we do.
We
do
did
it
in E.
We do it in E.
Yeah.
Okay, this is something that you can probably all pick up. Whether Paul, do you have the URL for the dots?
No, I don't actually.
That would be a useful thing to be posted.
It would.
Okay, then.
Where was
I'll
it?
go
And I
ahead
will
and
go
go
get
look
it.
for it.
It's on the virtual Lark site.
Okay, so I put it on your bio page. I'll go get it.
Okay, yeah.
Ah.
Yeah,
And
yeah, it's there.
if you could just stick it in chat so that people who show up who haven't read the bio page in the chat thing can find the dots if they want them.
I'll do that, and then Paul can cross-post
very
it once
much.
I have it there.
Great. And just so you all know, thank you for being here early. We're going to play this tune, but we haven't officially started yet. So you do not have this music, is what I'm saying.
But you can play along
Yeah.
with this because it's very easy.
It starts on an E.
Oh, we saw bows moving and people playing. We love that. Nobody
You
was
fooled
dancing.
us all.
So I guess it's officially time. So now that one didn't count, but now we're officially starting. So welcome to the Breton music session. So we're going to be playing a bunch of Breton tunes. All of these things I've taught at Lark over the last 10, 12 years. And there's dots, which are now in, thank you, Robin. that are in the chat. So there's some dots that you can download if you haven't already, if you read music. If not, then you can play along with us. And if you don't get all the notes, who cares? Nobody can hear you.
Or can we?
Or can we? So Brittany, for those of you that don't know, it's this little country that sort of sticks out from the northwest corner of France. And when I call it a separate country, that's sort of how many of them think of it. It's an entirely different culture from the main body of France. They were conquered by the French in the 13th century and have been under French rule ever since. Now they're all part of the big government, but the Bretons have a very different culture. It's based on bagpipes and bombards and things like that. We might talk more about that later. So let's play another tune. So the tunes, so the tunes that we're gonna do.
We do that one.
Okay, so where is it?
Okay, so with the dots, you may notice there's various little files. So what we're going to look at first, it'll be easy to find because it's the one that says Breton Tunes Lark Camp 2023, and we're going to play the very first one of that stack, which says Andro Folk. I think it
Okay.
says folk. I can't actually see it.
It says Andro Folk.
Yes.
And it's called folk because that's the name of the band that I got it from. So a lot of these tunes, all of these tunes are played. I try to pick tunes that are played by as many people who play Breton music as can, so that if you go in somewhere and encounter some Breton music, you might have something in common with them. So this is an andro. It's a left lead line dance like most of these are. And so you can join your little pinkies.
Oh, maybe we could use Ronan as our
Ronan
dance
is
master.
there. He's, here we go. That was beautiful. You all sounded so, you all looked so good. So thanks for coming. For late arrivals, in the chat are the dots. I call them dots. It's not music because we're doing music. What you're looking at on a piece of paper is not music until it's played. So I have a very firm belief about that. So I call them dots. You can call them
They're a
whatever
map.
you want. That was fun. So we can, if you want to say something, like if you have a request, feel free to chime in and either post it in the chat, or Paul can unmute us perhaps in between. So if you want to say something.
There's one, a question here that says, what was the name of the first piece you played? Oh, the one with no dots. Da da ya pa pa.
It's a Lara Day.
A Laurie Day. The thing is, a lot of the names are just the name of the dance. So you probably have to say, oh, it's the one that goes da 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 da.
Yeah,
But that's one that's often played.
it is often played. So there's the sort of Breton Bible. It's I don't know if you can see. It's about that thick. It has 2,423 tunes in it, and probably 150 of them, maybe 200, are called andro. Okay then. Yeah, they're sort of like Irish tunes, only without names. So let's do. Okay, so that one I taught in 2023.
I'm gonna do dun ba da dee ya da dee
Dun,
ya da
dun,
da
dun,
da dee
dun.
ba da dee da da.
So what do you want?
That one. Same stack.
What?
The
I can't
Enterdro.
read it.
So the same stack of music that first one was in, but page 3 instead. The second tune on that page is an Enterdro.
Enterdro tude.
Tud.
Okay.
Just because I think some of you will know this, and andros and enterdros are extremely prolific.
So it's in 3, and it's yet another left lead dance with arms, and it's in E minor. The keys on these things are somewhat mutable. I tend to pick flute-friendly keys.
It's good to have fruit-friendly keys.
Fruit-friendly.
Like a banana would like
So
to
the
sit
flute
with you.
players don't complain. Not that they would ever do that. But why don't you start this one?
It goes a little something like this. Sounding good?
It's a really sweet tune. So this is a drone tradition. So originally, when many of these tunes were first played, they were done with a bombard and a biniu. So it's a bagpipe and a shamish thing that's really loud, like really loud. But in the 70s, Alan Stivell came along and started putting chords to things. And so now a lot of the modern tunes are not dronal so much as chordal, but the chords are always in a state of flux on these things. So I'm playing guitar and dadgad, and I don't play the chords the same all the time. In fact, I try not to because it adds a lot more variety to the music. So if you're trying to play along on a guitar, good luck. Have fun. It doesn't matter. There are no consequences. So
At least not life-threatening ones.
if anybody has any requests, look at all the people. Hi, Rebecca.
Hi.
She's taken the class. Ronan has taken the class. There's other people here who have too. Wow. Cool. Oh, Paul Gitzlitz. We just played one of your tunes the other day. So
It's true. We love
it's true.
The best. Do you want to let's stay in that same stack for a moment. Is that okay?
Yeah. Okay.
I'm thinking maybe this plin on page 4 of that same little stack that says Lark 2023. And it's the next to last tune on the page. We could even possibly go to do you want to medley it into the last one?
Oh yeah, let's do both the plins.
Okay.
So a plin, it's another left lead dance where you're joined. Is it an arm thing? I think you're joined at the arms, and it's a hop to the left, 1, 2, 3, hop to the left, 1, 2, 3, and it goes on for quite a while, and it can be very vigorous and very
Aerobic.
And they're often done in suites, so you'll do that for 10 minutes or something, and then there will be a little interlude dance where everybody sort of rests or has a quick cider, and then you'll do the whole thing again. So we're going to play it somewhere approximating dance tempo.
And we don't have the getting cider part. You'll have to do that on your own afterwards. So these are the last 2 pieces on
This
page
is
4.
an unpaid advertisement.
Product placement.
Product placement. Yes, Breton. This is really good Breton cider. That's a Breton flag.
Oh, I almost put this in your cider. Can you
So that was really under dance tempo.
No, stay here. That would be-
Okay,
thank
I'll
you.
stay
Sorry.
here.
Yeah. Otherwise, I'm
We're
going to knock
adjusting
you
our-
over.
Adjusting our emphasis. Okay, let's do another. So you'll notice that these things have many of them have very short phrases that are repeated, sometimes once, sometimes an irregular number of times. It's takes a little bit of getting used to because the phrases sound like they sort of. Don't think our page breaks are the same as yours.
I think we need to make sure that there's 3 different titles, 3 different stacks in a way, so that page 4 could be one of 3 different
Okay.
page 4.
Yes, we didn't announce the names, so it's those were a couple plins. Pensco 1 and 2. Those are the bands that I got them from. Pensko. So let's stick in this stack.
Stick
more
in the
time.
stack. So again, this is the stack that says Breton tunes taught at Lark Camp 2023, and that's a 4-page mini stack.
Let's do this. Let's go back and do another Andro. So it's the second one, I think, in the 23 section. It says Andro Shep 31.7. So there's this guy
So
named
beautiful.
in England named Dave Shepherd. He's in a band that you may have heard of called Blowsabella, but he was one of the first people outside of Brittany, or maybe outside of France, who really started to learn Breton music. And he wrote a book in the late 90s that was about the only book that you could get outside of the giant encyclopedia. And so there's a number of things in there. None of them have names, so I make up names. So this one is, I call
They're
it
very poetic names.
Dave Shepherd 31.7. So it's the 7th tune on page 31. Okay.
It's good that makes sense to someone.
And this one's very, very commonly played. It's in A minor.
Okay. beautiful.
Such a nice. So this is. I think of this as trance music because you can play each one of these tunes. You can play them for a long time, and
then hundreds of years will have passed.
yes,
You look down at
and
your
you'll
watch.
wake up and find out you've been playing for the fairies. Okay, so
Someone asked about a resource list.
yeah, there is no resource
Oh.
list for this stuff. There, you can go on various web pages and find. If you do a search for Breton tunes, you'll find a few, and there are some other places that have some. I've transcribed a lot of these, and they're tunes that, as I said, that I like, and they're tunes that have been recorded or are otherwise widely available, so that if you learn these, you might have a chance of being able to play with somebody else. Do we have another one?
Well, I think it might be interesting to do the circle. I can't say it. Gwenvidic.
Oh, okay.
Would that be? So this is in a little
Well,
semi-stack
This is
that says Breton tunes taught at Lark Camp 2024.
oh, so we're on to a different page.
Yes, and it's page 2 of that little subset. But it just looks like an interesting tune.
Da, da, da.
It's the top one of page 2, Circle Gwen.
So this is not strictly a Breton dance. It's for a tune, either a Chappellois or Circassian circle, or which is a couple dance that's a very modern introduction into the pan-European dance tradition. So, but it's a fun tune. It's if you're an Irish player, it will make you feel comfortable because it feels like an Irish jig. That's about all that we need to say about this one.
Maybe we can start it at a not too fast and we
Yeah,
can speed it up a
the
little.
dance goes pretty fast.
We can do a incremental speed
We
up.
can do a little incremental.
1, 2, ready, go. seeing this thing that just popped up. Will confirm your speaking language.
Sounds like I might have switched to a different language.
Yeah, maybe you started speaking Klingon. Yeah.
They didn't like the Breton stuff, though. Maybe it was the way I was pronouncing it. Okay, so we're still on the 2024 one.
Yeah. So just I know it's a little bit confusing, but in the link, there's a thing that says tunes taught 23 and 24, and those are all in one file, but they are renumbered when you start with 2024, which is why it might be confusing because there's several page twos, just like there are in life.
So let's do this Danse Leon.
On the same page.
On the same page, yes. It's the fifth one on that. I have a different
Oh,
pagination. Than
it's the
you do.
third one on
Oh.
page 2 of the page the stack we were just on. Danse Leon.
So, so I mentioned that tune sounds a little bit more like an Irish tune. Irish and Breton are entirely different traditions, and
Except for that last tune.
well, but
I'm
that's
just
not really a
teasing.
Breton
I
tune. So, you know, if you list the Celtic cultures, there's Irish, there's Scottish, there's Welsh, there's Cornish, and those are all sort of in the British Isles. And then there's two outliers, Brittany, which is a part of France at this point, and Galicia, which is a part of Spain at this point. It was conquered by Castile quite a while ago. Like,
Not to mention Manx.
oh,
That's the
yeah,
other remaining.
That's sort of yes,
It has-
but Breton is not related to really any of them, and it's if you're an Irish player, you may have trouble with this because they're an entirely different philosophy. I like to sort of say that Irish tunes are technically demanding, Breton tunes are mentally demanding because a lot of the tracking is just totally bizarre, and that a lot of the tunes are very similar. You can have a tune that differs from a different tune by 3 notes, and you have to keep them all straight.
I like to think they're simple, but not easy.
They're simple but not easy.
All right, Danse Leon.
And it really annoys my class when I say, how hard can it be? It's only 4 measures long. And then they'll throw things at me.
No, not that. No, it's a different one.
Oh. Oops. that's a dance from the province of Leon, and their dances there are a little bit different from some of the other Breton dances that we often do.
Sorry, could you just play a chord, an A?
A chord. If anybody has any requests, we'd be happy to, that are on these sheets or that aren't on the sheets that we've played in past years, feel free to put them into the chat. So let's, because everybody's found this now, let's sort of keep with this page.
Or this little stack.
Oh, we haven't done a gavotte yet. And how about the gavotte ton trigol? Okay.
Sorry, I'm not seeing where that is.
It's on, it should be in that same 2024 stack.
Is one gavotte,
There's one gavotte.
and it says triple?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
the one.
Okay.
So gavotte, it's
So, sorry, page 4 of the stack we were just on. Oh yeah, this is good.
So a gavotte is another dance. It's a circle dance. If you go to a fest-noz, a dance party in Brittany, you'll probably see more gavottes than anything else. But there's a whole bunch of different kinds of gavottes. Ronan, who is on here and who's an expert Breton dancer from Brittany, could tell you that sort of each village has its own variation of the gavotte, and they're really fun. They're often done in suites too, where there will be sort of a slightly lower energy gavotte where everybody goes around in a circle, and then there will be an interlude where they join in couples and they sort of rest, and then there will be another gavotte that tends to get a lot more energetic. So we'll play just one here rather than a whole suite.
Okay. One.
such good tunes. It's a really fun dance too. Ronan was probably sitting there saying, "This is way below. I can't dance to this. It's too slow." but
So which Gavat was this?
It's the one Gavat in the stack that says tunes taught in 2024. Gavat Ton Triple, TRIPL,
so
Okay.
at the top of page 4.
Okay, great. Thank you very much.
Sure, thank you.
Sure, very nice. So somebody said kef.
Kef.
Should we do a kef?
Yes. We got to find a kef.
What,
I know there's a
do they
kef
have
somewhere.
a kef? Do we have a kef?
Probably in your bigger stack. You know, the one that is not either.
From this year.
I'd say probably not from this year. Here's a kef, and that's on your other stack.
Okay, so we're switching. Oh, dance kef.
Maybe we should stay with this.
Oh, this is a great one.
Yeah.
Um,
So there's yet another stack. This probably said virtual Lark dots 2025, and the first one in that stack says Andro St. Patrick's. And if you turn the page over, well, or depending on how you printed it out, on page 2 of that stack of music is a Danse Kef. Second one on the page. It says Danse Kef S11. I'm not going to even ask or think about it.
it's a beautiful name.
It is. It's a beautiful name.
Rolls
Nothing else is called that.
trippingly off the tongue. So kef is another. It's another circle dance. It's a fun one. Oh, by the way, Adrian sends her regards, but she was unable to attend after all. Otherwise, she would be dancing out of sync with us because of the way Zoom works. But if you happen to come to Lark, she teaches a class in Breton dance, and I teach a class in Breton dance tunes. And when you combine them together, you
Have a
end up,
dance.
you get a party, a festnos. It's called a night party, and every year at Lark we have one in the dance hall. No, not in the dance hall, in the dining hall, it's really fun. It has a lot of energy, and
And come in 2025.
Yes, come.
Only a few more shopping months.
So the way it works there is we'll have a small ensemble. We call them the loud ensemble for because it has a bagpipe and a bombard and Shira, and then we have a bigger ensemble that has other instruments that's not as loud. Last year at the Festnos, I handed out 60 pairs of earplugs for the bombard because it's really loud.
Actually, not for the bombard, but all the people listening to the bombard.
Right. Oh yeah. Well, you can stuff one in the bombard.
That's
too.
true. That would be.
John Skelton is the person who plays bombard with it, and he's very, very, very good and a wild man.
I want to just say a big thank you to Paul, who is facilitating and is repeating where things are and what key they're in. So thank you so much for being totally on the ball.
We're
not on the ball.
We're not on the ball at all. Okay.
Okay, so here, Kef. One, 2, 3, 4.
Beautiful. So there is a tradition in Brittany of singing, having vocalists lead dances. So if you go to a fest-noz over there, oftentimes there will be 3 different types of ensembles. There will be a bombard biniou pair, sometimes with a couple different other instruments, but it's basically just drone music without a backup. And then there will be sort of a big band that'll have guitars and sometimes electric basses and saxophones and accordions and bombards and other stuff like that. And then there will be a duo or a trio doing discon stuff. It's a vocal style where they do a call and response thing. So feel free to sing along with any of these things. When I get carried away, I start singing along, and there's often 2 different approaches to the lyrics. A lot of the dance, some of the dance tunes have lyrics that go along with them, but my approach to lyrics, la is a Breton word, and so I tend to use la a lot.
It's a word in every language.
It's a word in any language.
Should we do the next one on the page because it's easy to find and it's fun?
Okay.
It has the extra beat.
Yes, this
not.
one's sort of like an entregro, only it has a rest, and so we won't be able to. If you play in the rest, we won't be able to hear you. But if you're playing, we'll be able to see if your bow is moving when it should not be. But no problem.
And you might be doing it on purpose.
If you're really worried about that, you shouldn't be, and you can always mute yourself. Okay. How is this?
So this is the one on, again, right below what we just did, page 2 of the stack that said Virtual Lark 2025 Dance Clam.
So it goes
It's all for the
1, 2,
clams.
3,
3,
1, 2, 3, yada da da dun dun 2 1 2, like that. So it counted
1,
in 3.
2, 3.
That was the rest.
This is the rest. And someone asks, do the dancers stop during the rest?
They
No, they do something hard.
they often do a squat, a drop, which is hard on the knees. So some of them just sort of stomp. Some of them quack. Well, not very many. I quack, but not too many other people do. So yes, but the dance just stops there for that little half note rest, and then it goes right along again. It's a fun dance. The dancers love it, and we in the band are always very entertained by it, which is the most important thing, of course.
We probably have time for 2 more, because Celia will be leading us all in song at 7 o'clock.
Okay, so
We could do the Gavotte right after that one because it's a really nice tune.
it's a really good. It's sort of hard for people to play.
Okay.
Maybe.
Or we could go back to the St. Patrick's.
Yeah. Well, why don't we end with that one?
Okay. So one more, something easy to find.
How about any requests? I have all these sheets of music here that I'm shuffling through.
We should just decide.
Okay, let's do the Kazabar.
Okay, so that is in the same stack, right?
Yes.
The same stack we were just in, but page, I can't even see it. I'm way too old.
Page 3.
Page 3.
Kazabar 1.
It sounds like "Come away with me to the Kazabar." So it's the 4th one on the page. Kazabar 1. Oh, this is a beautiful one. And this is a couple dance, just so you know.
Just like all of them. Yeah, not all of them are. This is a couple dance, and if you really want to be authentic, you can stamp your. I'm on a rug, so I can't really stamp my foot. So it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Dun, 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 dun. So you can always tell it's a Kazabar because the musicians are doing that, and quite often the musicians will sort of be dancing in place, unless they're sitting down. Like, it's hard to do that with a bagpipe.
So we should probably keep this one sort of short so we can get to
Okay.
our final one.
Two-
Ready and go. One more. Last one, that's okay.
Yeah, last time. Pretty tune.
Beautiful.
Okay, so before we do our last one, we'd like to thank Paul Koska once again
Yay!
for typing stuff. And a word from our sponsors. If you'll look in the chat, Lark Traditional Arts it's a really good, worthy cause to support, and they do a lot of good stuff. And if you wish to donate to them, there's a little place that you can, there's some information on the PayPal and that kind of stuff to donate to them. And so we hope to see you at camp next year or whenever you can make it, and tell your friends because it's a fine thing. Yes, people out there are clapping.
Yay! And we'll end with the Andro St. Patrick's, which is the first one on the stack from Virtual Lark. And we'll probably just do it 2 times because they're singing and you should stay for that.
We'll do it until
But you might
30
be
seconds before.
Okay.
We can do a fast turnaround.
Okay.
So this is commonly played by Carlos Nunez, who's one of the best known Galician bagpipe players in the world, and it's a fun thing.
And it goes a little something
Yeah.
like this. One more, and then we're out. And there's Celia.
There's
She has
Celia.
arrived in the middle of the screen.
So thank you all for coming. If you like this music, and we occasionally do public things as well as at Lark, email me joakden@gmail.com, and we'll add you on our list of people that we send stuff to when there's going to be stuff happening. joakden@gmail.com.
And you should all stay and sing.
Stay and sing along with Celia. Let's unmute Celia so I see her lips moving.
Wait, Celia, we can't hear you. Now maybe we can hear you. No? Oh.
You're
No.
the whoever's in charge here has to unmute you.
She's not muted.
Oh, she's muted in our world.
Oh,
Maybe everyone else can hear her.
we
I'm
we
here.
can-
How about that?
Oh, now we can hear you.
I selected the wrong thing. It's all my doing. So welcome everybody. Whoever is hanging around for singing or just joining us for singing. We have some options because basically there are lyrics and songs that I can lead and songs that you can lead. I did actually finally go in and include a link on the staff page on the Lark Camp, on the virtual Lark page, that has a link. So if you'd like, you can go there, and it